Fishing with Johnny Johnson has been brought to you by Hatch Toyota, generations moving forward.
There's a little one.
Get him?
I got him.
All right. That's what I'm talking about, man. That's what I'm talking about. Little Canyon Lake bass.
It's a small one, but it'll start it off again.
There's a jerkbait fish right there, folks. All right, Matt. Folks,
there you go.
Look at this. We're with Matt Shura today, and I'll tell you what, we're having a good time. This is one of his home lakes right here at Canyon Lake. I called him up and said, Matt, let's go get a show done on Canyon. You know the lake. You know, let's get out there and play around and see what you got and see if we can catch some fish even in the dead heat of summer like this. The wind's blowing. We got overcast skies. He's left-handed, I'm right-handed. That's another tip of the week for you. If you got two guys that like to jerk bait and throw baits, let the guy in the front that's left-handed cast that way. You cast this way and you won't get hooked up with each other. To me, it don't matter who runs the front of the trolling motor as long as we're both catching fish and having fun. So I think it's going to work out great. Matt, what are you throwing?
So. Well, it's one of my favorite jerk baits. This is actually the Rapala X-Wrap. I believe this is a size 10 because they make the 6, 8, 10.
Yep.
And they even make some bigger ones. One of my favorite baits. I think we both grew up throwing Rapala baits. I know the floating minnow.
Yep, I've been throwing the floating minnow forever.
Yeah, and these are some newer baits that came out, the X-Wrap, and it's been a great bait for me. I catch a lot of fish, and any time you can catch a big one on them too. That's what's fun.
You know, and the thing is, what are you throwing on? 12-pound, 10-pound test line?
Yeah, this is 10-pound fluorocarbon. So
there you go.
Yeah, and a medium action rod. Just again with the treble hooks, you know, you don't want anything too heavy to rip those hooks out of those fish's mouths. So,
and you know what's cool about fluorocarbon is it sinks, and we've done seminars in the tank at Bass Pro Shops, and you can't see this line in the tank.
it's invisible underwater.
It's invisible. So I mean, you definitely, without a doubt, want to throw fluorocarbon when you're throwing that sinking stuff like this stuff, because it's a lot of fun. Your jerk baits.
A little expensive, but you know, I just think it's worth it. You know, and like we always talk about, the fluorocarbon line floats or sinks too, so you're getting a little bit more depth out of your baits, and you know, like I said, there's a little fish right there you had on.
I just lost him, but I had a little dinker about that big.
Got the wind going and the clouds. You just can't ask for better conditions for throwing a jerk bait. I'll tell you, it's just perfect conditions. Hopefully we'll get a big one off this bank.
Exactly. Now the key to throwing these jerk baits of what you're doing is a couple of twitch, pause. You know, I've seen a lot of people throw jerk baits. There's really I don't think there's any wrong way to really throw them. There's guys that work them real fast, but there's a time to work them fast and a time to work them slow. And Matt seems to be working more on the medium or slow type retrieve.
Yeah, they seem to be hitting it on the pause when it's sitting dead still. I'll let it sit just dead still, and these baits just suspend. So I'll just watch the slack of my line, and when the slack takes off, you reel up and set. And that's exactly what happened off that point. Just my line just took off. So it seemed like most of the bites I've been getting on this jerkbait have been on the pause.
That olive color you got is awesome. I've got that same bait in a smaller size I may try if we get into a little shallower water where the grass is. Right now I'm throwing that Ricky Clun one. And it's a nice little bait too. It's got a blue back to it, got a shaddy look to it. Something a little bit different until we figure out what they're really gonna be busting on, you know?
Yeah, it's kind of hard to beat confidence. You know, I've always caught them on this bait.
Exactly.
And you know, the baits you have confidence in, it's always hard to beat that. You know?
That's the same bait, except for you were throwing a smaller one up at Willow Springs at our lake.
Exactly.
So I mean, that bait's working all over the state.
Yeah, we probably caught over 20 smallmouth at Willow Springs that day. We just had a blast. Had an absolute blast. Nothing real big, but just had a lot of fun catching them.
The key, I think, like you said, is maybe find some grass. But that point right there seemed to hold a few, huh?
Yeah, there's a lot of grass and boulders, and you know, it's a pretty good drop off. We're sitting in 26 foot of water, so it has a really good drop off. And as you can see by the bank, there's a lot of different areas where those fish can get up and tuck in and hide. And you know, with this wind and cloud cover, it really seems to trigger those fish to, you know, into eating, being a little more aggressive and actually going out and chasing something versus having to throw a drop shot or fishing real slow.
Here's something that'll blow your folks' mind. I'll tell you, if you're into the water temperature thing, thinking that the fish are 40 feet deep, the water temperature gauge says what, 80 degrees, and we're catching them on jerk baits with a little wind and overcast. So they will move up and feed. These fish, when that water temperature reaches that high, they still feed. They feed even more because their metabolism's really going.
And this lake's, it's been a challenge for me. I've been up here a few times in the last week, and the fishing's been kind of tough here. Canyon's always been a lake that I thought was a little harder to figure out. You know, Saguaro, like growing up, I could always go to Saguaro and catch them, and Canyon, you know, until I met guys like Brad Cook and some of these guys that really helped me learn to fish this lake. You know, I started to actually really catch them, and it's still kind of the same way. There's a few guys that are coming out here. You know, Ron Wells, a friend of both of ours, and I gave him a call before we came up here, and he said, fish this area right here. And sure enough, there's fish in this area. So it seems like there's isolated areas that hold a lot of fish.
Yes.
And the guys that fish the lake a lot kind of figured it out, you know, and that's what's cool. So thank you, Ron Wells, for helping us out here.
Ron's a good guy, man. He likes to come up here and play music once in a while. Oh, there he is.
Right. Any better?
Feel very big. Oh, just a little guy.
Is that a trout?
What is that, a trout? Ate the back of the hook for what he did. You're gonna catch some of these little guys throwing a jerkbait. I don't care what you're doing. It's just gonna happen. You just hope you bring it across to where a big one's at and get him.
It makes it fun just to get the bites. You know you're throwing the right color. You know there's fish in the area, and you just got to weed through those smaller ones to get the bigger bites, you know.
And the fact that you're out in the mid part of the summer and able to catch some fish. What they call the dog days, you know.
Hey Johnny, this is the one I want.
All right, pitch up to it real easy.
Okay. I got one.
Oh my goodness, it's a good one.
When you're fishing for a truck, stop by Hatch Toyota in Show Low, where you can catch a keeper. Rated by J.D. Power and Associates, the most dependable large pickup 6 years in a row, the Toyota Tundra.
Thanks, Johnny.
Get him?
There he is.
All right,
that one might be a little better. A little better.
They're up there a little shallower, huh?
Oh, maybe not a little better.
Another little rat bass.
Another little rat bass.
It's a little bit better than the last one, maybe. Huh? A little pounder?
Yeah.
Heck yeah. That little X-Wrap is getting them. I may have to change over. I mean, I'm getting a few bites on this, but.
Yeah, I think you're looking for the reaction fish too. I'm getting the first shot at them too, so. Oh, there's another one. Oh, that's a better one right there, I think.
Dude, you got a good one. I can tell when you hung him. Already come out.
Eh.
No, it's a little bit better one right there, brother.
God, it felt really good when I first hooked them.
Yeah, that's a pound and a half or at least, isn't it?
I think so.
Oh yeah.
Is there another one chasing it? Thought I saw another flash.
Man, that's a good fish right there.
Yeah,
grass.
that'll work.
Grass.
Grass. See,
boy, they like that X-Wrap.
It works.
You tell me. Look at that, and he's eating it.
Yeah, that's a little
I've noticed
better.
the ones that I've got are catching on the tail.
A little better fish.
That is a nice fish.
When I first hooked them, I don't know if I had a gob of grass with them or what, but it just seemed like it was real good.
Didn't he? Look at that.
A little better.
A little 2-pounder.
Yeah.
Pound and 3/4 in
There you go. Yeah.
Oh man, that's a good one there.
Let me turn the boat. A little better? Let me get out of your way.
Better fish right there. I don't know how well I got him hooked.
That's a little better one.
That's a little bit better fish on that X-Wrap.
Nice.
Look at that, folks. Ah. Hey, they're getting a little better, Matt.
Fourth cast?
You know when you can't beat them, they say join them. It don't take long to figure out what bait's getting them, color or not. I went to that X-Wrap. Look at there. That's just a nice. Got the black back on it instead of the green back. So
something about it, just working.
It's got the action. Rapala should be proud of this bait. They did a good job of designing it. This gives our arm a break too. Where are you drop shotting?
Straight out there, that reef comes out. We're sitting in 18, and you cast up there, it might be 7 foot.
Right up in there.
Got the rocks, the grass. Just a perfect little break line.
You know, anytime you feel like there's fish in the area, it doesn't hurt nothing to break out that drop shot and try to catch a couple of more right in that area, you know. We went through here twice. We went down once, we came back, and we caught fish both down and up. So we figured we'd stop and just pop, what I call stop and pop, a little area here that we thought might hold some fish. Oh, that's a better fish.
Better?
It's gotta be.
Oh, good one. Finally.
That's what I'm talking about, son. That's what I'm talking about.
Good job.
Oh my goodness, look at that fish.
Nice one.
I don't want to break him off, man. That's a good fish.
Oh yeah,
That's
baby.
a monster, dude. That's a monster. Oh!
Nice.
Yeah, little drop shot bass.
Good job.
Oh my goodness, look at that fish, folks. Huh? I mean, that thing, what do you think?
God, it looks like it'd go 3 pounds, maybe. Huh?
Look at that
2
tail.
3/4.
Look at that tail. My goodness.
That looks a little beat up, doesn't it?
It does. Beautiful fish, folks, right there. Canyon, now we're getting into some Canyon Lake bass.
Down there in those boulders.
Yeah. All right,
job.
Maddie, that was fun.
Good job.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, he dunk. I mean, he let me know he ate it.
Red crawler, huh?
Red crawler, brother.
Good.
Red crawler. I like the tails. I think, Matt, you've been throwing tails a lot too. Matt's the one that kind of got me on these tails. I used to throw the straight tail a lot with my drop shot. And Matt said, you ought to try that curl tail sometime, man. You don't know what you're missing.
Well,
I don't know. I like that little wavy action like a little tail or something. I don't know. I agree with you on that.
oh, we gotta
And I
give,
know it a little bit in dingy water. It works great.
gotta give credit to Mike Brillhart. I was throwing the fat robos. He would throw the curl tail, and
Really?
I'd beat him one day, he'd beat me the next day, and then consistently started beating me. So it's like,
Mike, we love you, man. Good thought, buddy.
Have you been injured in an accident? Call Suzuki Law Offices today for your free consultation and speak to me. Do not talk to the insurance company. The insurance company is not your friend. They're trying to work what's in their best interest. At Suzuki Law Offices, we're here to work for what's in our client's best interest. Call Suzuki Law Offices for your free consultation, and we will aggressively fight for you. We don't get paid until our clients get paid. Call Suzuki Law Offices and see the difference.
There he is.
better?
Oh,
That's
a little
decent.
bit better right
That's
there.
decent.
Decent fish. Red crawler, brother.
Red crawler. I think I'm learning.
Oh,
Nice.
all right. That's why it pays to throw, sometimes for each of you to throw a different color, even though you got faith in, I've got the same amount of faith in that worm that Matt is throwing. But when you got two of you in the boat, maybe you can find one that's working a little better. You know what I mean? I gotta lay off the chips. I can't hardly lean over. I'll tell you. Well, I think it's time to do it again. I know I've said it before, but Johnny's due for a weight loss program again. But looky there, huh?
Nice one.
Yeah. I gotta retie, brother. Red crawler.
I know. You might grab me one.
Yeah, if you want one, there's one down there, brother. Oh my goodness. I may have to retie.
How deep are you getting them out? You getting them out deeper or closer?
Yeah, they're coming a little bit farther off the bank. I'll admit it.
Because we're sitting in 20 right now, so probably somewhere in
maybe
that
I don't-
15 foot.
Yeah, I gotta retie. That's another thing, you know, you're catching those fish. I don't care what size fish you're catching, you're dragging across the rocks. Always feel for your line. I know I preach it all the time, but you don't, if you feel any nicks or any abrasions or anything, that fluorocarbon, man, I'll tell you, you've really got to retie. Just learn to retie a lot.
God, there's some big rock right here though.
Yeah, you feel that?
Yeah.
You're due, man.
Big rocks, big
Turn.
fish.
It's your turn, Maddie.
Been stubborn with this ox blood.
Yeah, you got
Not
stubborn
paying
on
off.
me. Trying to show them you can catch them on that ox blood.
I know I can catch them on this ox blood.
Sure you can. I think I was maybe in the right spot at the right time. Yeah.
They're eating that thing. There's a bite. I don't know if it's a bluegill or not.
No,
Nope, that's
you got
fish.
a good fish right there. Take
That's
it.
fish.
That's an ox blood fish.
I can't
Is
tell
it a
how
good
big
one?
it is. I don't know.
Let him come up, Dan. That's a better fish. That is a better fish.
I don't know. You never know with these. It started pulling at first. Nah, it's a small one.
It's still a fish.
Yeah, it's a fish.
Another drop shot bass.
Felt
Good
good.
eating those drop shots.
It felt good at first, and it felt real small, and then
We've
it felt
gone
good
down
again.
one bank today, folks, and That's all we've done, and he ate it.
Wow.
Oh man, he ate it.
Sure did. I saw a pretty good flash. That might be a decent fish, you sure? That's a decent fish.
We'll take him.
Heck yeah.
Now, there you go, little belly hop there.
Little flatter bank, picked up the jerkbait. First cast, huh?
I know I've said this before, but you saw what I just did with that fish. When you can't reach in their mouth a lot of times, if you just belly hold them like that, it holds them still too. A lot of times, so you don't get those treble hooks in your hand. That worked out good. First cast with that bad boy.
I know. That's cool.
Hey folks, for my tip of the week, one thing that's really important to understand about summertime fishing. We've all learned that in the summertime you need to go deep. Well, you find those drop-offs, but never neglect the flats. The fish will still move up and feed on those flats, so you've got to check them once in a while. We caught a lot of fish off of them today. You'll catch a lot of fish if you check those flats once in a while, even in the summertime. Good luck to you. That's my tip of the week. My right hand was going numb on me all the time. I really thought this was career ending for me. Then I found Dr. Michael Fitzmaurice. He looked at my hand, walked me through step by step of what was happening and what he needed to do. Minimal invasive hand surgery and instant relief. I was back to fishing in a week. Carpal tunnel and tennis elbow is no fun. I highly recommend Fitzmaurice Hand Institute. Call for your appointment today at Fitzmaurice Hand Institute. You don't have to live with the pain.
Call toll-free 855-480-HANDS or visit fitzhand.com.
There's a fish.
Oh, that's what I'm talking about, son. All right. After hooking myself, now that's making it worth it. All right. Come on, baby. Just before dark, catch a nice fish like this. Look at this.
Huh? Oh, this is a nice one, isn't
Little
it?
drop shot bass. Ooh, did you see the other one following him?
Is there another one?
Yeah,
Where?
oh yeah, there's one down there following him. Oh my goodness. Oh yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, that's a healthy fish, bud.
All right, your brother just got me, so hang in there. All my words of wisdom didn't pay off on that last one.
Healthy fish.
Yes, sir. Little drop shot bass. Thank you. We've had plenty of luck today, so is the fish. All right. Look at this, folks. He ate it too. I was swimming it across there and he ate it.
Through that grass, huh?
Yeah. Nice fish. Man, I'm having a ball today, let me tell you.
Sorry about your shirt.
Oh, I'm not too worried about it. I'll tell you, look at this. Looks like I'm in for some new shirts. We had to cut the shirt. I just hooked myself, or the jerkbait came loose from the fish, flew up, hooked me in the arm. Matt had to do his special get the hook out of the arm deal because it was buried.
At least the hook came right out.
The hook came right out, yeah. After 2 tries. Yeah, thanks, Matt.
I didn't do it on purpose. Bet you we can rip them off that. Got him?
I got him.
Right.
Oh yeah, I got a decent little fish right there, Matty. Oh, they just came out of the water right there. Did you see that? Did you get one? We got a double.
Look at that.
Boy, did we find the spot? Oh my goodness.
The drop shot back on.
This guy don't want to come up now.
Mine feels better too.
You got, this is a decent little area right here, buddy.
Got those boulders.
Yeah, he's not wanting to come up.
Oh, that's a good one there.
Oh man, you got a good one right there. Sorry, I can't help you, man.
I think he just realized he gets hooked. Oh, you got a good one. They're twins. Twins.
Oh man, you got a nice fish right there,
Just
man.
realized he was hooked right there. Man.
Can you believe we got a double? This is it right here, man. Canyon Lake bass.
All we did was go right across.
He ate my bass. Oh man, he literally ate it. Oh, look at that. Look at that.
Both nice fish.
Real nice fish. I'm gonna have to cut this one out. You know, I have had a blast today, Matt. Thank you so much.
Thanks for having me. Nice one.
Nice fish. You know, one thing I want to say before we end the day, this cat right here held the state record bass for 6 years.
Yeah, right about
right
6
off
years.
this lake. How old were you? 15, 16?
19.
19 years old. I know.
I looked like I was 15.
Yeah, he did look like he was 15.
But yeah, 1991, almost 16-pound largemouth, 15.86 pounds. So.
Oh man, this lake is a blast. I'll tell you what, I've had a good time. Quite a drive for me. We got to go right back up to the hill, but I'll tell you what, Canyon Lake, if you don't get a chance, we're here in July. We've had a great time. So much for the dog days of summer. We caught fish, brother. Thank you so much.
Double hookup too.
We're gonna try 3 in a row on our night tournaments. We got one next week. Hopefully we can get her done.
We'll do it.
Till next week, folks. Thanks again, Matt.
Thank you.
We'll see you on the water. I'm Johnny Johnson. That's what I'm talking about.